Hi everyone, I'm Himani. I am just calling in my guest, Dr. Rekha Sachdeva. Give a second and we'll start. Hi, Dr. Rekha. I can see you have just joined the comment section. Uh, can you please accept the video view that I've sent you? Um, Hi, I'm getting a glitch that you're not able to join.
I
Hi,
guess I'm
Dr. Rekha. How are you? Hello.
hello.
Hi, Dr. Rekha. How are you?
I'm good. Hope you are. Are you able to see me now?
Yes, I'm able to see you. I'm able to hear you also. Only the camera needs to be moved vertically.
That's fine.
It's currently in landscape.
Because
No.
vertically it's not giving a proper.
Yeah, you same side if you can just rotate a bit more. Yeah, this is good. And you can come a bit on the center.
That's fine.
Yeah, this is good for me.
Okay. Okay, Himani. Hi, and sorry for being late. I got stuck in traffic, and Pune traffics are also horrible nowadays.
No problems. We can completely understand how busy you are.
Okay.
So
Uh,
I want to welcome everyone who is over here. This is probably the second live that we are doing under Nutri Talks with Ajanta. And Nutri Talks that we do with Ajanta, it is all about how very simple, small steps that we bring in our life or small steps of changes that we bring in our life can, transform us and give us a more healthy, more balanced life. So this is all about health, nutrition, and who is the best person than you to talk about it.
Thank you so much, and it is one of my favorite topic where I can speak, go on and on and on. So that's thank you so much, and it's been pleasure to associate with you or with Ajanta Oils.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Rekha. So, for our viewers, I'm just giving a small introduction about Dr. Rekha. Dr. Rekha is a clinical nutritionist and she has around 16 years of experience. And her favorite topic is to talk about ghar ka khana and how it can transform your life. So, at Ajanta also, we kind of promote ghar ka khana. We talk about nutrition a lot. So, I felt that, you are a good person to come and talk about it.
Thank you so much, Manshi.
So, we will start with the questions. So before this live, we have asked our audience to send us some questions. We have received some DMs. So I will start shooting questions. This will be more like a Q&A live. And anybody from our viewers, if they want to send any question and ask Dr. Rekha anything, we can also take those later on.
Definitely.
Cool. So, Dr. Rekha, my first question is that how can we make Simple घर का खाना, more nutrition rich.
So already our ghar ka khana is nutrition rich. You don't need to really work hard on it. Only you need to apply the right combinations. So if I say a milk is a ghar ka milk, what comes from out, but we have it at home. If we say rice, so when you add any cereal with a milk, it becomes a bad combination. But
Okay.
if you add rice with dal or a vegetable, it's a good combination because it gives you carbs, protein, and fiber together. So you need to don't not work on basically adding something, but to check out with the nutrients which they carry. So the combinations are really important. In our body also, the combinations matter because the many processes in the body, the many amino acids, protein, fatty acids get absorbed with many nutrients, vitamins, and minerals. So there are a set of macronutrients which are said to be carbs, protein, fat, calories, and there is another set of micronutrients which are said as vitamins, minerals, antioxidants. If both of them are matched properly, then your food becomes a magic. It works
Oh,
better than the medicine. So like if you remember जब हम लोग छोटे थे स्कूल में मैच ए बी सी जी करते थे मैच द
yeah.
पेयर्स करते थे बस हमें मैच द पेयर्स ही सही बिठाने हैं और कुछ नहीं करना है.
That's a great thing that you have said. So I think probably because we are currently not well aware of what is matching with which food, that's why we are, somewhere lacking in balance in terms of health.
Yes, very true, Huma. So you
Yeah.
said
Okay,
correctly. So
so
many people do like that, that they are not aware. So many people don't eat curd on a day-to-day basis,
mm,
or many people don't eat fruit on a day-to-day basis. They feel that curd will make them fat, or fruit is not important, or drinking milk will gain weight, increase blood sugars, increase the cholesterol levels. But those are all myths. Those are not facts.
mm,
So you need to actually go inside the science and ask whether this is a true or false, or you need to ask an expert that what is the science behind this, why people say like that, what is a fact. So you need to know that fact.
yeah, that's great knowledge. And yes, this also brings me to the next question. That is that if this is the case, so there are many permutation combinations that can happen in a food. What is your one tip which can help in efficient meal planning and encourage a healthy eating habit at home with ghar ka khana?
So there are basically five food groups which are standard. Every country has their own food pyramid or their food dietary guidelines. But these are some basic things like your cereals and pulses. These are the first food group. Second is your vegetables and fruits. Third is milk and milk products. Fourth is oils and nuts and seeds. And fifth is sugar, honey, jaggery. First four food groups should be included in everyone's day-to-day diet. That's most important. Like I said, first food group is cereals and pulses. So many people nowadays skip roti and rice. They just eliminate their diet from roti and rice. And they depend more on vegetables and fruits. So the balance goes on disbalance, basically. So your carbs are less. Frankly, fruits and vegetables also gives you carbs. So those carbs are high, and the cereals and grains, which can provide you many vitamins and minerals, you miss on that. Then
Mhm.
many people don't take a single serving of milk and milk products. They don't drink milk. They don't eat curd. Cheese, they love to eat, but cheese is a more of a saturated fat. So the twist goes, the tweak is a bad tweak. Then oils and nuts seeds. People love to eat nuts and seeds nowadays since it's very much said to be a superfood or from West you got the info. But from the beginning in India, nuts and seeds were used. अगर आप देखो तो in every region till was used, sunflower seeds were used, pumpkin seeds were used. Only thing is, um, people didn't realize that what elders or what early people were doing. That was a
Hmm.
correct way of eating. And in between the middle group, just change the eating pattern. Moving towards more from a Western culture, going on junks, breads, more on vegetables. Eating vegetables is not bad, but there should be a limit. If you include only vegetable, you will not get any protein from it.
Oh.
No vegetable provides a protein. Single vegetable. In fact, vegetable doesn't have a fat too. When you cook it, you add actually fat to it. So the
Hmm.
pro tip will be only include all the food groups in your day-to-day diet. When you plan a meal for the whole family, make sure you include all the meal groups, all the food groups in your meals. That's
Yeah, I can so much correlate with what you are saying because yes, roti, don't eat roti or reduce the roti or reduce the rice or eat more of salad, salad, salad. This has you hear this so much on day-to-day basis that somehow it is getting inculcated in our daily lives. And now with your what you are saying, I'm able to resonate with it that people start reducing roti, rice so much that they're not able to even absorb the proteins or absorb the healthy things of what the vegetables or fruits are even giving them. Am I right in saying this?
it. Yes. So, see, when a good thing also when eaten in extra won't help you. It will harm
Hmm.
you. So कहते हैं ना बहुत ज्यादा अच्छाई भी नहीं करनी चाहिए कभी कभी उल्टी पड़ जाती है so when you
Yeah.
eat too much of good thing so if you eat too much of vegetables your intestine your gut also gets affected because there's too much fiber to be digested and intestine is working more than what it ideally should so it should not
Hmm.
be the case.
That's a great tip. So I will come to the second thing where next question where you are talking about that we add fat. So we add fat in terms of oils. Am I right?
So in terms of oils, in terms of ghee, there's a two type of fat. One is visible, one is invisible. Visible fat means oil or ghee which you use. Then comes the different types of oils which I will talk. But there is an invisible fat which is available in your grains, in your pulses, in your milk and milk products, in your nuts, almonds, walnut, your seeds like till, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, all these seeds. So this is invisible fat. That is a daily consumption of any normal human being which includes approximately 10 to 15 grams. So then we restrict the quality and quantity of visible fat, which is oil and ghee. So we tell how to manage your visible and invisible fat together so that you should not increase the daily recommended dietary allowance.
Hmm. Okay, understood. So I also want to understand what role do cooking oil play in a balanced diet?
So nowadays people have gone crazy. They go on fat-free diets, they go on restricting oils, they go on totally eliminating the oil, ghee from their diets.
Yes.
But they never remove butter from their diet. They remove oil and ghee. They go shift on peanut butter. They don't consume the ghar ka ghee, but they love to eat the peanut butter or the salted Amul ka butter which you get in market. So,
Yes.
see, if I say about oil, there are different kinds of oils now available. One which are basically um, filtered one are unfiltered one. So, if I talk about filtered one, they are used since ages. So, from long time, filtered oils are used. They have already, you can say, processed with chemical properties, smoking points, because in oil, any oil if you take unfiltered oil, their smoking points are really less. They are not standardized at high smoking points. So you can't really give them a high heat or a flame because if you give them a more high heat or flame, you can see the black layer coming when you just end off the cooking. That is more carcinogenic. Why it happens? Because it was burned to a point where the smoking point was quite high from their capacity. So if I tell you a simple language, if you overcook the food, you will lose its nutrients and you will develop the bad anti-nutritional factors in it. Same
Hmm.
happens with unfiltered oils because they are not processed, they are not chemically treated, they are not having anything which can maintain or give them a high smoking point. They are very good in terms of health, but your way of cooking also matters with the oil. So people work on the quantity of oil. Instead of using 2 teaspoons, they will use 1 teaspoon. But the quality they never work. So you need to work on quality and quantity together. So some people I have seen they work quality on too much. They use kachi ghani, unfiltered oil, but they use too much quantity. ये oil तो बहुत अच्छा है ना, अच्छा है लेकिन एक limited quantity में अच्छा है. So that is a what I can say bad or a bitter truth that people need to understand. Along with the quality, you need to work on quantity. You can never deep fry in kachi ghani oils. You can never keep them on a high smoking point. We Indians, हम लोगों के घर में ना जब तक वो धुआं नहीं निकलता ना किचन में तब तक खाना बनता नहीं है. So either change
Yes.
the technique of your cooking. Don't wait कि वो तेल बहुत गर्म हो जाए फिर मैं वो उसमें जीरा डालूं, राई डालूं, उसको थोड़ी देर वो आवाज करने दूं, स्प्रैकल होने दूं, एंड उसके बाद मैं सब्जी डालूं. नो, अगर आप कच्ची घानी यूज कर रहे हो तो प्लीज आप उसको थोड़ा सा गर्म हुआ, आप जीरा राई डालिए, अपनी सब्जी डालिए, उसको भूनिए और कुक करिए. आप उसका बहुत गर्म होने का वेट मत करिए. वो आपके लिए, आपके हार्ट के लिए स्पेशली बहुत ही बैड एंटी न्यूट्रिशनल फैक्टर्स क्रिएट करेगा. अगर आप फिल्टर्ड ऑयल यूज कर रहे हो तो हाँ, तब आप वेट कर सकते हो कि धुआं निकले और फिर मैं उसमें सब्जी डालूं. बट अगर आप फिल्टर्ड ऑयल यूज नहीं कर रहे हो, अनफिल्टर्ड ऑयल यूज कर रहे हो तो प्लीज मेक श्योर आप उसको बहुत ज्यादा गर्म मत करो. देन आप उसमें डीप फ्राई मत करो. वैसे भी आज की डेट में नो वन ईट्स फ्राइड आइटम्स ऑन अ डे टू डे बेसिस. They eat
Yes.
once in a week, once in a month. No one does too much of frying at home. So if you are, I'm sorry. So if you are doing a frying at home, if you really don't want to do frying in filtered oils or refined oils, you can do either you can take a air fryer, that will be a better option,
Yeah.
or you can what you can do either ghee you can use for frying, but again ghee also doesn't have a too much of high smoking. Remember the good fats doesn't have a high smoking point. When it goes above the smoking point, it automatically gets converted into a bad fat. So make sure you use the quality and quantity wisely and choose the proper oil for proper cooking method. When you are baking, when you are grilling, when you are greasing, use the kachi ghani oils. They are perfect. But when you are deep frying, use either a filter. And if you don't fry at home, that's the best part. So you can do
Yes, but
that.
in Indian cooking, somewhere frying always comes into a play. So
That's
yes, we
why,
have to be very cautious about. No, it is not necessary that if we are buying a very good quality of cold pressed oil, we can use it for everything. We should have a
no.
mix of oils with us.
Yes. So in Indian home, nowadays I will suggest there should be all kachi ghani, ghee, oil, and in filtered oil also you need to choose wisely. Which oil has a more of a basically there is polyunsaturated fatty acids, monounsaturated fatty acids, and saturated fatty acids. These are three forms of fatty acids. The saturated fatty acids are too bad. The people with more belly fat, hip fat, are basically the people who are consuming saturated fat into their day-to-day consumption. The common
Mm.
sources are dalda. Ghee also contains some amount of saturated fat, but ghee also has a good quality fats, omega 3, omega 6, polyunsaturated and monounsaturated. Butter, the outside butter, Amul butter, or any butter which you get is a saturated fat. Cheese is a form of saturated fat. Coconut is a saturated fat. groundnut is a saturated fat. So you need to really work that how much is your consumption of saturated fat in your daily consumption. And saturated fat is one of the reasons for cardiovascular diseases. Commonly, more consumption of saturated fat is found in people who have typical eating habits like outside eating, eating junk too much. The bread, the processed food all contain more of a saturated fat. If you
Mm,
see any packaged food, it has written palm oil, which is a saturated fat and which is a fat which basically affects your heart too much.
mm.
You
Okay.
need to be really careful while choosing the type of fat.
Yeah, I understand that. Now I'm down to my last question. Okay, my last question is, what is one common myth that you as a nutritionist have heard so many times and you hate it and you want to debunk it today?
Um, so there are n number of things, but can I get three chances for this?
Yeah, definitely. Sure.
So first one is related with rice. कि मैं चावल खाने से मोटी हो जाऊंगी या मेरा
Mm.
शुगर बढ़ जाएगा. So let me tell you, rice contains folic acid. Rice contains B6, niacin, which are vitamins and minerals everyone needs, and we really take tablets or supplements for that. Better to
Mm.
consume rice. How you need to consume rice? Only don't add oil in your rice. So many, um, you can say region add oil in the rice. Myself comes
Making
from
of
a
the
North
basic
India,
boiling.
basic
Mm.
boiling. Secondly, along with rice, if you add a portion of vegetable and a protein, it will be a very good combination for rice lovers. It will never increase your weight. Trust me, I promise you that. I assure you that. That's my
Mm.
guarantee. Okay. Second one is regarding milk. That nowadays buffalo or cow are treated with so many hormones, how their milk can be good, and the ill treatment towards the cows or buffaloes. So the milk is more of adulterated, pasteurized, lots of chemicals are in that. Get milk from your local milkman. Get milk from the local dairy where you live, rather than taking it from thousands of miles it's coming
Mm.
from MP to UP, from MP to Maharashtra. Prefer a local brand, eat local, then your milk will be very good. And the third and the last one is related, क्या घी से मैं मोटी हो जाऊंगी या घी
Yeah.
खाना बहुत हानि कारक है. Ghee contains good and bad fat both, saturated fat and omega 3, omega 6, polyunsaturated and MUFA. Ghee is very important. Why? Because see, in your body there are a few fat soluble vitamins, vitamin B and C, which are water soluble. But for vitamin A, D, E, K, you need fat in the body. If you don't have fat in the body, these vitamins won't be absorbed in your body. Remember, if these vitamins won't be absorbed, there will be many minerals. If vitamin D won't be absorbed, the calcium absorption will never happen. How
Mm.
much sunlight you consume, it's of no use if you don't have a good amount of fat in your body. So rather than running from fat, I'm so sorry. There are so many calls coming up. I'm so
No
sorry for that.
problem.
So, understand you need right fat, right quantity, and right quality. Rather than going on fat-free diets, no fat diets, or running away from fat, I see many clients telling their mates, "तेल डालना ही नहीं, तेल डालना ही नहीं." They
Mm.
keep oil in the lockers. I really have seen that. So please don't do that. I agree or understand that if your maid is using it too much, you need to control it. You need to work on a limited quantity, but you don't need to take it off from your life, off from your food, off from your diet. You need a good quality fat. You would use any oil, but as I said, quantity also is equally important along with quality. Make sure you consume 1 teaspoon of ghee per day. It's important for your bones, for your hair, for your skin. You see, people have a lot of dry skin nowadays. Why? Because they have eliminated fats from their diets. Earlier, we never used to have any moisturizers or sunscreens, but still people were having a so soft skin. Nowadays, we have everything, still we have a dry skin. The common reason is eliminating fats from your diet. So include 2 to 3 teaspoons of oil for a normal adult. I'm saying 2 to 3 teaspoons, not tablespoon, of oil in your daily diet. So 1 teaspoon in one person for one vegetable is good to go. 1 teaspoon of ghee throughout your day. Maybe half can be used for lunch, half can be used for dinner, or one can be together used for one meal. So you can easily take this as your ideal oil or ghee consumption. This is for a normal individual. If a person is going through any medical conditions, any fatty livers, or any cardiac conditions, please don't take these guidelines for you because it will be different depending on your current status or a condition. Okay, so I hope this helps.
Yeah, I think this has been a very interesting live. So my takeaways, I'm just listing them down. One is that maintaining between the balance between all the four groups of nutrients. The second takeaway for me would be, which I think I should personally apply also. It is not necessary that a kachi ghani you use for frying, or you start not using refined or filtered oil only by thinking that they are wrong. So you should have a proper understanding on what kind of food or process of cooking goes with what kind of an oil. And the last one is don't say no to ghee or don't say no to the oil.
Very good. So that's perfect.
Yeah. Thanks, Dr. Rekha, for joining us. And anybody who has been listening to us wants to connect to Dr. Rekha, we'll be putting her a link of Instagram on our postings. You can go talk to her, chat to her more. And thanks a lot, Dr. Rekha.
Thank you so much, dear. Thank you, Imani. And thank you,
Thanks.
viewers, for listening us. And in case you have any queries, you can always reach me on personal chat. I will try to help you as much as I can.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.